In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that we shall not perish, but have everlasting life. For our sake he made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream where we are in We're back to Was. This afternoon we played in Vault Hunters, starting up that new world. Now, Vault Hunters world is not meant to strictly be only streamed. It is meant to be streamed and off camera. This world is only streamed. That's the difference. So, yeah. There might be progression jumps between Vault Hunter streams, but that is perfectly okay. That way we could keep the most interesting stuff to be live. And then I had a little bit of difficulty because I got myself a new texture pack, which you won't notice quite just yet. But I got myself a new texture pack, so I will show you a little bit of that later. We'll get to that right after this. But one of the textures wasn't working properly, so I had to quickly change all the files to get it working, and now it's working. So yeah, I'm just getting the Shulker farm design that I'm going to use today up and running, because there we go, it is now up and running. And without that, my plan is to build the Shulker farm, and hopefully it works. We're going to tear down the old one. Then we're going to look at the resources required for this one and see how much of it we could split off and reuse. Because I downloaded Shulker Craft's world download that had the Shulker farm in it, and it immediately broke because it doesn't work anymore. This Shulker farm says it goes to 1.20.6, and it should go further than that. We're in 1.20.4, so we should be in the zone for it to work. It is directional. I believe it has to be facing a certain direction. But as long as we follow the tutorial exactly to every detail, we should be fine in that area. I'm going to try to recapture the Shulker that's already there. So I'm going to get rid of the lava that's there to try and get the Shulker to go back up to the surface, to then re-get into a minecart to just drop all the way down to the bottom of the world and, just get him back down there. In fact, I might even try... Yeah, I'll get to that later. We'll discuss that stuff later. But first, let's go ahead and pray. So if you will, please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything goes well and smoothly, and that I'll be able to glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Do have slightly different music. It's a different playlist, but it's a 20-hour-long playlist, so hopefully it'll work a little bit better and nicer. So I got a new texture pack, but you can't see it at all. Okay, and it's only for my tools, and we're gonna see if this works. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. I have to make sure that I remember which number goes to what item, but I need a couple items first. I fat fingered. Oh, not there we go. Alright, I need to grab out my important box because I also need these two items as well. I didn't change the bow. I forgot about the bow, but we're gonna do /trigger custom model data set 1. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Charles's bed. Look at that. We now have a custom looking sword. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that look awesome? Okay. So now we go to, I think Selkie is 2. Could be wrong. Yes. And then Fortunato is 3. Now you're wondering, well, how am I going to have both of these as the same thing? No. Fortunato has the diamond ring around it. The pickaxe hilt is actually made of diamonds to signify that it's a fortune pickaxe. Then I think this is 4. Yeah, the axe was the one that wasn't working. The axe wasn't working. The axe is still not working. Uh-oh. How do I reverse this? I'm gonna try, let me do trigger custom model data sets 5. This is horde slash. Whoa. Trigger. Oh, I need the slash. Oh, geez. Slash trigger. Custom model data set 6. Uh-oh. Trigger. Custom model data set 7. And that is the correct texture. Both of these textures are not working, so we're going to do this because I really want to get these working. This is also the, like, if you guys want to give custom textures for certain things. So let's see, I must have misspelled something. All right, so Axor, Horde, H-E. Oh, I must have misspelt it. Okay. The Axor, I'm not sure why it isn't working. But Horde, actually, let me try doing it this way instead of changing the 2. Let me change the 1. So we got to change. I misspelled Horde the file, the PNG file. It needs to be Ho-urge, and I did Heorge. So that should be fixed. Axor, I don't know why it's not working, though I have an idea of how to fix it. So if you come back here and oh, I don't have an FN. All right, well, no, that's not what I wanted. Resource specs. Oops, that didn't work. Nope. Dudes, I need you to do something here. I hope I don't have to redo those. Okay. Hopefully it'll remember what data is set to it. It should, actually, it should. Okay, yep, Horde is now fixed. Now the Axor, here's what I'm thinking. I need to throw her in here. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. In that case, the other 2 are working, so clearly something is working. So Axor is all I got in there. So we've got a Minecraft models items. We open up Axor. Here it is. Change that. Save. All right, let's look at netherite axe. Axor. Okay, that should have done it. So now if we take it off, I know there's a way to reload textures, but it requires the FN button, which I currently don't have on the other keyboard. There we go, Axor. Yay. Okay, so I just need to do the same exact thing. I need to fix the bow so that way it looks fancy. So yeah, now I can have separate tools and everything looking different. But if I were to, pull out these, that are, I mean, they're only oh wait, they're all diamond. Never mind. But they're not netherite yet. But if they were netherite, they could look completely different. So now, oh, that doesn't go in there. Now they're completely different tools. And of course, I mean, you have just the fact that I have 2 separate hoes. One which is bluer on the hilt, though it's not as prominent. And then one that is, Fortunato's completely blue. Look at all those. All right. To the Shulker farm. That's where we need to go next. We need to tear down the whole Shulker farm. Okay, let me grab these 2 Shulker boxes here because I'm going to need to pack everything up, figure out what I can and can't keep, figure out what I need to go and collect. I do know that I will need more snow golems. I'm going to need more snow golems in order to fix things. But yeah, so on the Twitch side, I changed my whatchamacallit? Channel points. I did a little adjusting to channel points. I changed some of the costs of things. But one of the things that is now there is you can name a tool and give it a custom texture. Yeah, so that's one thing. That's one thing that is now new, is that. I also lowered a bunch of things, as I mentioned, and I also lowered all of the new bit reward stuff. as well. So that way you guys can check it out. And I do have over there. Beautiful. So first thing I think I want to do before I tear this whole farm down, I want to try to get the shulker back into the minecart. Right? I want to get the shulker back into the minecart. Because right now he's kind of stuck there. This farm does not work. It just does not work. I don't know why, and I'm not smart enough to figure out how to make it work. So, yeah. So, here's what I'm thinking. Shulker's here, right? What I want to do, right? The dude's gonna fall down right here. He's gonna fall down all the way here. So I'm thinking, well, right underneath this, I want to get rid of this whole line here. Right? I want to get rid of this whole thing here. And I want to put some rails to try to get the shulker back in here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I probably should have brought some blocks with me. Oh well. We can grab some from the terrain that's around us. Actually, I have a ton of stone that's left over there. We're gonna borrow it. And we're gonna keep the shulker there. That way we can reuse that shulker. In fact, let me be even smarter and use a powered rail instead. So we're basically gonna have this guy drop straight down onto a powered rail. If he lands on a rail, he shouldn't take damage. If he dies, it's going to be a little annoying, but not the end of the world. That's why we're building this right next to an end city. It was actually, in case the shulker dies, it's easier to get a new one. Even though they're really painful to deal with and work with, because they're not like other mobs. In minecarts, they act slightly differently. But now that I know that, I'm a little bit better prepared. So we want to be... I want to be right where this is. I want to be right underneath this, which is actually the block right in front of me. So I want to do a little bit of this. And then we want to do a little bit of that. Right? Hey, chill up there. Chill, bruh. Chill, bruh. Chill. So, I need to head in there. And now I need to... Okay. And then essentially I'm going to turn the farm on to get that minecart going. Oh. Yeah, let me wait for him to just get up there, because, yeah, that's going to happen. Oops. Did not think about that. Did not think about that. Okay, that's not a problem. Gotta wait. I want to wait for him to be in here. Beautiful. Okay. And so I could just get rid of that, because I'm going to tear this whole thing down. No, you went the wrong direction. I spleefed myself. This is going to be very challenging just to get the minecart to go back to where we need it to be. Jeez, okay. There we go. Have that go all the way up. Hopefully we have a minecarted shulker fall right onto this powered rail. I'm not seeing a minecarted shulker falling onto this rail. Hello? What happened? Not a problem. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Of course I looked at your eyes. Get over here. Get over here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's duke this out like men. Alright, I gotta turn the farm on, which should open that Chauncey up. Yep. Beautiful. Look at that. And now we have a shulker trapped inside of there on a powered rail. So getting him out of there should be easy as a button push over there. Alright. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. This thing should actually be decently easy to take down because it's mostly made out of scaffolding. We shouldn't have too big of an issue. The hardest part is definitely going to be the water. The water that's in here. Oh. We can just start disassembling this whole farm. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. Because I want to plug the water. And I unfortunately don't have... Oh, this is waterloggable. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh, my timer. I don't have enough blocks in my inventory for this. I really do. Oh, yeah, because these are all... Whoops. I don't know why I didn't think this would happen. And I just barely am running out of resources for this. Oh, I already miss vein miner, dude. Oh, yeah, I hit my head on a block. Okay. Hopefully we'll just get everything from this farm, and hopefully the majority of the farm will literally, Let me get in. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully the majority of this farm... Oh, come on. Bleh. Yep. This farm also doesn't rely on, it doesn't rely on the armor stands or using any of that technology. We will need to get more of the, snow golems, though. So that is a little bit on the unfortunate side, is obviously we'll need all the snow golems. I need to make sure I break all these pieces of glass, because that's going to be really hard to figure out what needs to be broken, what isn't broken. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's beautiful. The glass panes are actually slightly easier to see because of the bottoms. Okay. Okay, this shouldn't be too difficult. Let's try to pick everything up as well. It is a scaffold based farm, so it does require a lot of scaffolding. So that is something to take into account, is all the scaffolding that will be required for this. But that's not going to be a problem. I am going to need more shulkers for the slabs and the scaffolding. But those, since those are the most, like, they take the most of the farm, that is going to be something we will not have to recollect, because we're taking this whole thing down. We're going to get all of it back, or at least a good majority of it. So I'm actually going to place another 2 shulkers on the opposite side, and we're going to put scaffolding and all that in there. Just because I want to make sure that I have enough. In fact, I actually might need 4 shulker boxes for those items. Meanwhile, everything else can be shoved into these spots. So let me make sure I try to combine like terms. The snow is obviously in addition to what we've already got. Alright, I'm going to try taking it down from the top down, though. I'm going to take this off first. Oh, my mouse froze. Yellow. It is a little it's a little unfortunate. The nice thing is that south is facing this way already, so that's nice. Yeah. This farm, there's a section like at the way beginning that you need to make sure you go south specifically, and like as long as I make sure I'm going south at that point specifically, everything else should work. As long as I follow everything to their letter. Which shouldn't be too bad. And then we might see results immediately. It might start working immediately. So I might AFK at it since I just built it. You know what I mean? Do something like that. Oh, another mouse lag spike. It's really interesting, because it's only the mouse that's lagging a little bit. So yeah, hopefully the shulker down there doesn't end up dying, but hopefully getting the shulker into place is as easy as it was the first time, in terms of you just put the activator rail, you know, you don't actually have to get it to go somewhere. It'll go to where it needs to go properly, which is wonderful. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want to have a nice, easy breezy time. I dropped at the worst time possible. It was like, oh, I'll drop down to this last hopper here, and then broke the last hopper, and then dropped out. Oh, boy. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I don't know why that's happening. And I don't know how to fix that. Little mouse spike. Because what's happening is, for whatever reason, my mouse is disconnecting or something. I don't know. But it ain't moving. I wouldn't sweat the details when it comes to like some of the hoppers and all that, because we have enough wood, and we can easily get wood. We can easily get iron. Those we're doing really well on iron, so those sorts of things are not really an issue currently for us. That's the nice thing about having an iron farm immediately built, is you don't have to worry about not having things like iron. Julio. Yeah. And we're almost already done tearing this whole thing down. We got rid of the complicated bit. Now it's just all the grunt work of the slabs and the scaffolding, really. There's some wiring left, but for the most part, we disassembled the most, like, amount of items. I hope I don't fall into a hole while doing this. Yeah. Alright, shift. Oh, yay, I can reach it when I'm shifting. That's nice. Yeah, so the name of the playlist I'm currently using is called Trap Noir. I don't know actually how to fully well pronounce Noir. It's Noir. That's right, Noir. Trap Noir is the name of the playlist. It's 20 hours long, so that should give us decent change in between them. And yeah, it's working so far. The other one I was using was live streaming. It was just the name of the playlist. And like, yeah, it definitely was beats for that. But the issue was it was only 2 minutes long, and then I think it started playing recommended, which I don't really have a problem with if it's all music and no like singing or vocals or anything like that in there. The only other issue with it is if it starts recommending other songs that are like it but aren't in the same genre of being royalty free or copyright free, because then we could actually run into some trouble with that, which is not something I'm particularly interested in. However, looking back at my stream this afternoon, which was running on that playlist that most likely ran out of songs, I did not get any kind of strike or anything like that. So for the most part, we are chilling in terms of that. So I'm not worried about it. And we should be good with this as well. So that's nice at least. Oop, there we go. Spoik. But yeah, another thing I was thinking about doing was actually not live streaming the Phasmophobia content Thursday nights. I intend to actually make a video out of what I got recorded and everything. I want to make a video out of that, and also the first time we played. I want to turn it into a video because I think that would be pretty fun, and also try kind of videoing that. And then because of that, I wouldn't really need to stream it, so I might just record the whole session and edit it down into a video, and that means no streams Thursday nights for that reason, which will make things kind of interesting, because we'll be working, so the live streaming might actually just kind of drop a little bit, and so Vault Hunters might actually just become the new streamed series that I'll play mostly during live streams, because I can really only run vaults if I know I have the time to do it. So if I only have a couple minutes, I might maybe do a little bit of stuff on Vault Hunters, but I also have a little bit extra, so I'll be focusing on that. I got orientation on Monday, so I could be starting to work this week. I hope. They said they schedule 3 weeks in advance, so I'm really hoping it's not going to be a wait until you get scheduled, which is going to be in 3 weeks. So that means I have another 3 weeks off of not working, which means my June is also gone in terms of time to work, which means I would only be working for the month until school starts, and then when school starts, we'll see what happens. I'm going to try going for the rock wall position, but if I don't get that, I'll stick with Walmart. It doesn't really matter that much to me. The only issue is with Walmart, I won't be able to work as often, because I'm pretty much not going to work during the weekdays, because I won't have the time to work during the weekdays. And that's not even like because of things like content creation. That's just my school life, which I prioritize over, I'm going to prioritize my school life over my work life. So I'm going to make sure I'm putting more attention into being a student and being a CGL, a part of the hall leadership. So I need to make sure I'm attentive for that. So I don't, and then of course I want to rock climb, which is a part of school life at that point, because it's not just I rock climb during the summer, but I'm willing to give that up during the summer. But it'll be like I'm rock climbing with friends now, because everyone's back at school, and I'm trying to get other people to join me and all that. So now it's turned into more of a social school life sort of thing. So I won't work during the weekdays, only the weekends, so Saturdays, and that. I wouldn't live stream on Saturdays anyways. Once again, probably to try, maybe I would. It really depends on how much time I have, which is the thing. I value time above money. Like, I'd much rather have lots of time on lots of time to use than be running out of time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'd rather have time. It's just more important to me. It's more valuable. So, yeah. That kind of makes things a little interesting, because obviously, like, when I get to summer, I'm hoping Walmart, they'll kind of have to let me only work weekends. You know, they'll probably be like, well, why can't you work during the weekdays, like when you're not at classes? And I'm like, well, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you know what I mean, I have classes until 2:30 or until 1:50 actually, which means, you know, yeah, sure, I have that. However, I know I'm going to want to rock climb during that time. So yeah, I'm gonna be rock climbing from 2:30 to 4:30, and then of course, you know, I'm gonna want dinner, and then, well, what about the nights? Like, I guess I have Monday nights and Friday nights sort of for that, but then it's also well, what if I'm gonna do something with somebody those nights, you know? Wednesdays I can't do, actually, because Wednesdays I have to be part of hall leadership, and there's too much that goes on those days. So it's a really tricky situation where I think it's just better to not do that. So when they're like, okay, I'm gonna not work during the weekdays, and I'm like, well, why? Because I'm a student. That's why. I want to also make sure I have time for my homework and to do schoolwork, and so it's kind of interesting trying to figure out what exactly is the best thing to do. You know what I mean? There's a lot. I think working weekends would just be better. Like working a Saturday and then working Sundays after church every week. It'll be fine. And then I'm completely available to everybody I'm completely available to everybody on weekdays. And so it's like anytime anybody's like, hey, you want to do something? Totally available weekdays. Probably be available Saturday mornings, because they most likely will be scheduling me Saturday nights and Sunday nights, though it might differ, but like, because I'll be doing, you know, being a part of hall leadership, and then also other school life things, like kind of Monday and Friday nights would then become my time to do schoolwork, and I wouldn't do any schoolwork on Saturdays. That'd be my free time. So maybe when I'm not working, I could be live streaming, but it also depends on what other events I got going on. You know, it's all, my content creation is going to change a lot when I get a job, because it's now going to vary when I work, because it's not like a 9 to 5 where I know when I'm working and I know when I'm not working. And when I work, it stays at work. Well, it still stays at work, don't worry. I can't bring Walmart work home. But it's one of those things where, like, well, I could be working a night. I could be working afternoon. I believe I have Thursdays off. I'll always have a Thursday off. So that's good news. But as I just mentioned, I will be recording Phasmophobia on Thursday nights. And because I rock climb, I'll probably then rock climb Thursday during the afternoons, which means I'll have Thursday mornings for YouTube recording, and probably maybe some Vault Hunters actually, because I don't really like recording in the morning because it's all talking, and so I prefer not to talk because of morning voice. But you know, it kind of works. So it's a lot of thinking what to do exactly, because I'm kind of in an interesting situation where it's like, well, now I gotta wait on that. I'll probably always have at least one day of the week in addition to my Thursdays free and available, and so I'd probably rock climb that day as well, but I'd have that night free to do as I please, and so I'd be able to do stuff like that, which means I'll probably focus a lot more on YouTube, because I'll have time in between and after my shifts to work on the YouTube videos that, you know, I could play for 30 minutes and I could get I could do something in those 30 minutes and record it, or record for 30 minutes and work off camera. Whereas this world, you know, I have to live stream it, and I don't want to do 30-minute live streams. I'd rather have at least 2 hours available to live stream, and then maybe a little extra in case I go overtime. You know what I mean? I don't really like shoving things in places like, oh, I could probably squeeze it out. Like, I want to make sure if I squeeze it out, I get every last drop, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So my mind works weirdly when it comes to things like that. I don't like if I know I'm going to go to work, I don't like doing something, like getting involved heavily with something beforehand. And streaming is one of those things that's like heavily involved. So let's say it's, 12 o'clock, I have to go to work at 3. That's when my shift starts, is at 3. And I'm like, oh, I could probably live stream at 1 for a little bit. Well, I have to leave the house at 2:30 to make sure I get there 10 minutes early, because I like being early. I just like being early to places. I want to add the extra time in case who knows what happens, who knows how long the light's going to take, how crazy drivers are going to be, how slow am I actually going to need to drive, depending on other people, all of those variables. So I like to be early to add for that in case something happens or I'm later, you know what I mean? And so it's like, well, now I only get an hour and a half to just live stream. But then what if what I'm doing is like, how I can get kind of sucked into what I'm doing, and I can say, oh, I'm going to do this right after this, and then I don't do that thing because I get sucked in, and now I'm late to work because I was live streaming, and now it's like, ugh. Yeah, so like I don't like risking it in that way, so I prefer not to do that. So I won't ever stream before a work shift unless it's well in advance. Like if my shift starts at 5 o'clock, then yeah, I do a 1 o'clock stream because I have the time to. And I do a 1 o'clock stream, and I'd be able to stream for 2 hours, and I'd probably end around 4, and then at 4:30 I'd leave. It worked nicely like that. But it's like, I don't want to force anything, I want to make sure everything works very, very nicely. Right, so like, I want to make sure I have the proper amount of time for things. I don't want to force anything, I don't want to rush anything, and I want to make sure I don't go overtime and then miss stuff. So like, I probably will just kind of focus more on YouTube content than other content, because the live streaming is now very situational to when do I have enough time to stream. And of course, now you add on the fact that I've been live streaming for 4 hours now. You know what I mean? I can live stream for 4 hours. So now I'm live streaming way longer than I normally ever did. Like 2 hours was typically a lot of time for me to live stream, and now I'm going for 4 hours, and it's like, whoa, where did this all of a sudden boost of energy come from? Probably the Coke that I drink. That typically helps a lot, which we will be getting one in shortly. I already had one today, but I'm thirsty and I want another. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, it'll be nice to be getting money though, because then I could buy stuff, which will be really nice. I read the last volume of manga that I had, so I now don't have any more. Very sad, because I like reading that before bed. I think reading before bed was really helping with sleep, because when I'm looking at a screen and then immediately going, not immediately, but I do the dishes and then take a shower and then go to bed. That wasn't enough time, and I'd be like wide awake by the time I get to bed and spend 30 minutes like thinking out loud and still not really be tired. So yeah, it's we'll play by ear, and yeah, having money is gonna be really nice. Gotta make sure I put everything in their proper spots. You know what I mean? All right. I believe all we have left now is all the scaffolding. Oh, and glowstone. This is satisfying. See, destroying this farm is satisfying. That's at least nice, you know? It's not like a draining process of doing this. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah, I thought about for music possibly doing jazz, because there was a jazz playlist, and I'm like, I can't do jazz. It's too soft as well. It's just a little too soft music. You know what I mean? I can't do jazz. It was kind of funny though, but I thought about it for 3 seconds. I was like, yeah, jazz ain't gonna work. So if you're wondering, I'm going to jump around topics a lot, but I like mentioning that I jump around to different topics, or should I just go to the next topic without warning? I think I should give the warning. All right, we're switching topics. Back to the tool new texturing, right? So I didn't create these textures from scratch. I Googled cool textures, and I think it's like the Better Netherite pack, and there's also another one that's like a reimagined version of that. That's where I got the textures from. Now, I actually took not screenshots, but, you know, downloaded the images, put it into paint.net, copied the images onto the actual tools. For some of them, readjusted it a little bit to better accommodate the tool. Like the shovel didn't normally look like this, but I didn't like the way they had the shovel there already. I just didn't like the way it looked. And I like this a little bit better, but it does, I think I might make the middle bit brighter, so that way it matches with the more diamondy aspect to it. Because the shovel that they had was much larger. They had to make it bigger to fit what they wanted. And also the hose didn't look good either. So I made it look more like a Minecraft hoe, which I think I like those. And I need to have that same coloration to my bow. I need to have the same coloration to the bow. And then the bow is going to be slightly more difficult because it's going to have the animation. So I need to get all the bow animations and then do that. Though there's this nice website that allows me to do model generation that I found from a tutorial video. And so I can actually throw in a template item, and I can throw in the bow and just do everything else like I would for a normal item, I think. And because it's to the template of a bow, everything will be set up correctly. There's a big fly on my freaking window. How'd you get in here? Bro, now that dude's gonna be buzzing around. I already have a gnat in here, dude. It's just out of reach, man. As long as you don't come near me, I'll be fine. I think once we destroy this whole thing, I will grab the coke. It's really slow, so it must be dying. Hey, brother. Chill. Dude, this thing. I can't see it. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Alright, now he's flying into the window. Great. Absolutely great. Though we're already at day 543. We're cruising in terms of days right now. Days don't really matter. You know, that's the sad thing about survival. Like, I don't know why it's, like, hardcore days. Like, okay, I can see, like, yeah, because you survive that long. I haven't died in this world yet, and I don't intend to die anytime soon. It's funny, I've already survived way longer in this world than I did in my hardcore world. And I'm enjoying this world 10 times more than I enjoyed the hardcore world. Especially since I don't need to live as cautiously. It's kind of a nice bit. Korean thing. Oh, and from earlier today, I had alarms going off that told me when to like get up and stand and do stuff. I set those to be 30 minutes apart now, which I think should yield better results as well. So yeah, I thought about adding a channel point redemption that, you know, I could do like a posture check channel point redemption in addition to this, but I think that would be too much movement, especially if like it goes off back to back kind of thing. Woo. You know what I mean? And then I thought about doing a redemption where you actually could like make me work out, but then I realized you can't see me, so one, you technically can't prove it, but also it's kind of weird if you can't see anything, because it's like, okay. So I decided against that. Yeah. Unfortunately, the bit donation, like the power-ups or whatever they're called, the new stuff, I couldn't lower it any lower than 10. So that was really sad. I was hoping I could get it really low as possible, because I wanted people to use it, but it won't let me. So we'll just have to deal with it being as high priced as it is, because I didn't have a choice. See, not have choice. That's okay. I doubt anybody will use it anyway, so I don't think the price necessarily matters, because by the time people start using it, they'll probably have played the original price anyways. But we're not even at the stage where people would want to spend the 10 for it. Not quite worth it. Yeah, I've been trying to think about the making the streams more interesting, and I think I'm doing everything right to do the more interesting. I got the channel points, I got the emotes, I got all of the cool looking stuff. I got the sounds, I got everything like that. I think the root issue is me as a person is just not that interesting. And so it's hard to watch my streams and be entertained when I myself am not super interesting and entertaining. And I don't have a nice voice that's like nice to listen to. One person I'm thinking of that has a really nice voice that I love listening to, like putting on, is Gaming on Caffeine. It's just so nice to listen to his streams because he has such a nice voice. And I don't. So it's not like it's something that's nice to have in the background kind of thing. It's slightly higher pitched. I don't really like it that much. I don't know. I don't think it sounds that appealing, and it's easy to drown out, I found. Easy to ignore, and I just think I have a general presence that's easy to ignore. Like, everything about me pushes people away, and I don't know how to fix that, because I don't exactly know what I'm doing, because I'm looking at other content creators, even like the bigger content creators, and they're, ooh, there's my alarm, they're sometimes sitting doing nothing. They're not even talking, they're just playing the game, and yet they're obviously much bigger than I am. And then I've had smaller creators who only have 5 viewers, or maybe they have 10 viewers and 3 people chatting, but they're doing the same kind of stuff that I'm doing. Like, I haven't really found a difference between what I'm doing and what they're doing. The only difference is that I don't have the interactivity that other creators have, which isn't something I can control. So it almost feels like one of those paradoxes where it's like, well, in order to become more interesting and have more people stick around, you need viewer interaction. But in order to get viewer interaction, you have to be interesting. Well, in order to be interesting, you need viewer interaction. And now you see how it just loops on itself. And so I can't get one without the other, but I can't get one without the other. So I'm kind of stuck in this loop where it's like, well, I need that one lucky someone that'll be interested enough in me or something like that to actually stick around. And I think another hard thing is I feel like a lot of, like, Linksy, for example, he started out, he had his cousin who would always chill and chill in his streams and talk with him, and probably, he had his cousin to help support him through, and actually was the one who originally introduced him to, I think, streaming as a whole and everything like that. So, like, he already had somebody to kind of boost him and help him in the sense of, like, the chatting and all of that, which is something I don't have. I'm not really close to any of my exterior family, and my immediate family doesn't use these platforms, nor do they play video games. So it's like, well, that's a bust. And then all of my friends in college and stuff, and even high school, same thing. I don't really know a lot of people who like and enjoy and play Minecraft. And so I don't have a lot of people to actually be here. And then on top of that, they don't have Twitch either. So having YouTube as a side thing as well is nice. But, now I'm kind of stuck there. I do have Denalid who comes in, and that's really nice having him in the streams as well. And he's kind of filling that role a little bit of being that one person that kind of sticks around and kind of chats around a little bit. But, he's a busy guy. He's a, full adult with a whole job, a wife and everything. So, he doesn't have all the time in the world to do something like that. And so most of the time he lurks in the background, which is also always greatly appreciated. Because just seeing the message in here and the command lurk being used is enough to make me happy for the day. Because I like when he uses the channel point redemptions and all of that. And it's funny, I've noticed with the creeper one, I saw the channel point, that he put the channel point redemption in there before the noise came, which is why I didn't get jump scared at all. I think the sound alerts, they pop up after you've already put it in, I think. So I'm pretty sure, like, the noise will happen first, then the alert will happen. So that way, if it's a jump scare, you know, you actually get, like, actually, the Phasmo hiss worked. The Phasmo hiss worked, but that's because I wasn't paying attention to chat. Because of the game, it's harder to pay attention to chat in Phasmophobia. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how to be more interesting, and to be perfectly honest, I'm bad at that stuff. I genuinely don't know what more I could be doing, or how to really stand out, or how to be unique, and I just think, as a person, I'm not interesting, and that's just that. I'm not a particularly interesting person. I don't have anything in my world that's interesting at all. So it's not like there's anything Minecraft-wise that's going to pull people in. That's sad. I just watched that despawn. And then I myself am not that funny. You know, sometimes I can say some pretty funny stuff, which I have in the quotes. But that's it. Like, I have, you know, a few things that are funny and interesting. Why did I do that? That goes in here. You know what I mean? So yeah, and like I feel like there's like a charm that can sometimes come with smaller streamers, where it's just like people sometimes can be really drawn to smaller streamers because they're small and it's interactive and all of that. There's just something, as I said, a kind of charm about them. I don't think I have that charm exactly, and I don't know how to get it or why I don't have it. As I said, there's just something about me as a person that's repellent of other people, that typically pushes other people away, which is why I always get that feeling that I'm disliked by the people around me, and I haven't done anything. Now, when it comes to real life, I think it's mainly because I'm not a very expressive person, and maybe that's another reason. Maybe that lack of expressiveness is actually coming across in the live streaming, because I'm not a very emotional person, and I don't really show emotion in any way. I don't sound emotional, and it's also hard to tell when I'm like happy or anything like that, and I kind of always look mad or disappointed and sad, but that's just how I look generally. There's nothing I can really do about that. That's just how I am, and that could be one of those things. But even then, there are some people, like I'm thinking Shadowstone, who averages 80 viewers per stream, and he's kind of in the same boat as I am, where he's not very expressive. You know what I mean? Like, not saying they're deadpan all the way, but like, he sits there, and that's about it. And then sometimes, you know, like he chats and all of that, but like, it's not super expressive, kind of energetic by any means. It's very kind of down to earth, kind of chill, very kind of that vibe. I'm trying not to make it sound like I'm insulting him in any way. I'm just kind of observing it, you know, talking about things I've observed. I observe very much. I'm a very observant person, and I like to observe things and be like, okay, how is this working? Mainly people and the way things work with people. Like, okay, how does this work? Like, why is this doing this? Why are you doing this? Like, you know, especially because I'm trying to better myself as a person and try to get to the point of being more extroverted, but a lot of times I get hit by the same hurdles if I just simply don't know how to be. I've tried, but I'm not good at it, and I don't know where I'm going wrong. And at this point, it's one of those things where I need a script if I want to do stuff like that. Without the script, I'm kind of screwed. Is a lot of times the boat I'm in, because it's like I don't have a streaming script. Now, I've come up with a bunch of questions, and it worked really well when I had Rex in here, or was it Rag? One of the two. I had one of them in here, and I was chatting up a storm with them because of the questionnaire kind of that I had of like, okay, well, first you ask, hi, how are you? Explain what I'm doing in the game so they're not out of the loop. You know what I mean? There's sometimes, like, here are the things I don't understand is like, okay, well, sometimes you answer the unasked question, like, what am I doing? You know, you'll kind of always answer that when people come in because they want to know what you're doing and they're going to ask. They hopefully will ask, but you know, it's actually in case they don't ask what you're doing, you still want to give it to them so they know what's going on in the stream. And then, but you also don't want to, you know, give too much information away that there's no reason to ask any questions, and now you have no interactivity. So it's like a balance between the two, which I don't really understand the balance or how to get to the balance. So it's a little bit of a struggle bus there. But yeah. The other thing is I get dazed off a lot. Like right now as I'm talking, I'm losing thought. and, you know, I'm like, my train of thought is completely derailing right now, and I'm losing what I'm trying to say and what the original point was that I was trying to get across. Other than the fact that I just am not interesting. Not a lot of interesting things happened to me. You know what I mean? You know, it's one of those where it's like I grew up in another country, so what fun stories do I have? Well, I can't really think of that many. In fact, I can't really think of one interesting story. And I don't know if it's just I don't think I'm interesting, so I can't find the interesting stories because I think they're all boring. So then should I just tell all stories? But then, you know, I do sometimes tell stories that I think are uninteresting, thinking maybe it is interesting, and then, yeah, it wasn't interesting. I was right the whole time. So it's kind of like, okay, and then I rock climb. Well, a lot of people don't rock climb, and they don't understand the jargon when I try to talk about it. That's the other thing, jargon. How much do I say? How much do I talk? You know what I mean? Like, how much do I talk about certain things? How much do I assume my audience already knows about what I'm doing? Do I just assume they're very familiar with what I'm doing? Or do I not assume they know what I'm doing, and then I fill them in on everything? You know what I mean? And it's knowing how to do that. Because like with Minecraft, a lot of times I'll explain a lot more about Minecraft rather than just assuming you know how it works. Now, because I'm playing Minecraft, should I not explain anything Minecraft-wise? But if I don't explain, then I start running into the issue of not having anything to talk about. So the explaining is kind of like a void filler. So it's kind of like, alright, well, now what? All that to say, I need help. I don't know how to be more interesting. I just think I just got dealt an unlucky hand when it comes to being a streamer, because there's nothing interesting about me that's worth watching. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to do. One thing I know what to do, we gotta build a shulker farm now, because we ain't got one. But I am very much in need of something to drink, so I will be right back. Because going back to the interesting topic, by the way, speaking of back, I'm back. Like, another thing I've done is, of course, the whole Coke thing. You know what I mean? I drink Coke on stream, and I open the Coke on stream, right? So, whoops. That's the wrong button. I meant to mute the desktop because, well, I want you to listen to this. She a good one. Now, sometimes the tab is hard to get under. That was a good one. So yeah, that's kind of some of the stuff. Okay, let me look down at the ground because now I got to figure out tutorial mode, what I need for this. Right, so this makes 1100 as shulker shells per hour. Technically 700 without the player, but we're going to be building with the player. I want the resources, man. Alright, he gets into the game mechanics. Alright, so we'll wait for that. Yeah, so while I'm collecting resources, we can keep talking about this. I'm using myself to give free therapy to myself. You wanna know what's actually funny? I've been getting ads for therapy. I've been getting ads for therapy. Funnily enough. Which is funny, because I'm not somebody who really needs that in comparison to other people. Like, I don't really struggle with depression or anxiety or anything like that. I know exactly who I am, and, you know, those issues. Like, I am perfectly fine where I am. Ads. Filet-o-fish. We all have that one friend who loves the filet-o-fish. Anyways. Let's go ahead and, oh, okay. We're golden. We're golden. Okay. So, I am going to grab out another set of shulkers for the resources we actually need. So, we obviously need all of... Nope, wrong resources. These resources. This we're going to keep and we need it still in the thousands. It's these items we need. So, we need 45 walls. Not something that I have 45 walls of. I need 37 stairs. I do actually have 37 stairs. That's funny that it's exact. 12 buttons. I have 27. 10 hoppers, which I have a little bit more than 10. 7 fence gates. I only have 2. Let me try to actually craft what we have already on us, kind of stuff. So, like the fence gates. Let me take these up and try to make some spruce stuff. We need how many? Oh, 7. Jeez, I made way too many. That's fine. 7 fence gates. 7 observers. I have 1 observer. We need 7 of these idiots. Throw that in there. 5 redstone dust. This is also meant to be like a really easy farm design as well. Let's see, what else do we need? We need 6 chests. Throw that in there. 2 trapdoors. Just throw that in there. 2 redstone repeaters. So just throw all these over here. But we have 2 redstone repeaters. 1 redstone comparator. Bonk. Bonk. Dropper. I don't have a dropper. Dropper is going to be something we'll have to make when we get back. Cobweb, I don't have. Leva. Note block. What was the other one? Door. Piston. And then boats and water. I need 20 snow and 10 pumpkins. Oh, that's a redstone supply. So I just need 2 water, 2 boats, and I'm pretty sure the boats are actually more important than you're probably thinking. And yes, we are going to have 2 different boats. because you're probably not going to see the inside of this farm. Okay, so the things we need are walls, the carved pumpkins, cobweb, and a dropper. And then 2 bits of water. That should be easy enough to get. All of the contents minus these all fit in that chest. So that's like a benefit. Let's go ahead and grab all of these and throw it all into one chest. The wood bits we can put away immediately. There's no reason for us to have them out here. I don't know how the kill chamber works, though. Oh, suffocation. You know what? I might be able to modify the killing chamber to use wither roses instead. I don't know yet. Okay, but we can take all these items. So, like, first of all, I can put that there. These 2 over there. We can leave all of this over there. We can leave these here. 22 stone. Why is that in my inventory? Okay, whatever. I also kind of need to repair my pickaxe a little bit. Cool. I already got a thing in my inventory, so we're good there. Oh, but what I should grab, some rockets. Alright, so let me head back to home so that way I can get the rest of the items that I need. The nice thing about this tutorial is he's in survival, like Shulkercraft is, so it'll hopefully be easier to follow. Yeah. Go ahead and go over. So yeah, like some of the things I've tried to do to make myself more interesting is I've tried to make more items kind of interesting, like more parts of my personality kind of stand out a little bit more. I like to drink Coke, so I intentionally have a little segment of me opening the Coke can because I love the sound of a can opening. It's probably my favorite sound to listen to, is literally a can of Coke opening. So you know, you have that kind of thing, and I've made that a part of the stream, where, you know, that's a whole kind of gag that I've got going, where it's like, all right, we're about to open a Coke, you know what I mean? And, you know, theoretically, my viewing base would, you know, hopefully some would like the Coke, and it'd be like a huge thing where, you know, everyone's like, oh boy, it's Coke time, and everyone's going crazy because everybody's ready for the sound. That was the hope, but obviously that's not really happening. I don't know how to make that happen, and I don't know if that's something I can necessarily make just happen. We need 45 walls. So 45 walls. 20 snow. I had 9 there already. I have 9 in the shulker box already. Wait. Oh, crap. But I'll bring it all anyways, just in case. I don't have any of the pumpkins, though. I need 10 of them. Once again, I'm going to need sheer willpower. Speaking of which, I should also repair sheer willpower. So I might take a little bit of before I head back, I might actually take the time to repair my stuff by doing a little bit of villager action, just to get that in there. Because I should probably do that. So the only other thing, I need a dropper. That's right. That's the other thing I need. I need a dropper. Oops, let me use that instead. Right, so go here, dropper. And the last bit is the cobweb. Is the only thing I need, if I recall correctly. Yeah, we just need a hopper. Or not a hopper, cobweb. Which we can get from a mine shaft. Which that should be easy enough to find. But we'll need to use sheer willpower for that. And so, get it over. By the way, I have not updated yet, just in case somebody was wondering. there's still a decent chunk of my mods that I use that I have not updated yet, and I would like them to be updated. So I'm kind of waiting for that to happen first. We're gonna trade glass. It's funny because Denalid praises me a lot for my building, and I think my building is mediocre, right? But then again, my goal is to try to get to the level of like FWIP, right? Like that's what I'm trying to do is try to get that good at building. And like I've definitely improved a lot more than I used to be. But there's still a long way to go. So that is kind of something to like think about is of course, you know, I want to be a better builder. And so that's kind of striving me forward. But I'm not already. And I think, you know, you always wonder, well, if I was as good at building as FWIP was, would I be any more interesting? Would that actually make me more interesting to watch or not? Would it just kind of be a moment, you know? And I don't really know. You know, I don't know if that's like a cure-all kind of thing. Well, just if you were better at the game, if I had a bigger world with more exciting and cool-looking builds, would it be interesting? I don't know. I don't really know if that would actually solve the problem, necessarily. And in reality, what I'm not looking for, like, I think this is a good point to also make. I'm not necessarily looking for viewers in terms of numbers. What I really want is interactivity. I don't really care if I have 5,000 viewers watching if not a single one of them is saying anything. That doesn't really mean anything to me. I want people to interact. I'd rather have no followers and all of that, but everyone that comes to my streams is interacting with what I'm doing. That's what I'd rather have. And so, like, sometimes it can sound like, you know, I'm after a monetary gain because I mention, you know, I want people to use the bits or to subscribe so they can use the emotes. But it's not that I want your money, I want your interaction. I want to see the things that I have being put to good use. Alright, there is a mineshaft back yonder. Underneath the melons? Right? Yeah, it's pretty deep underground. Is there an easy way to get here? Or is the best way to just dig straight down? I do have this, which goes to that, which doesn't really help me. I think digging straight down is probably the best option. Where am I in comparison? Let's dig straight down, like right here, because it's going to be nothing until. So that's like right within the melons. It's like right here. I just want to land inside of the mine shaft. Oh, the fly is back. The fly has returned. Friggin' get out of here, dude. I don't even know where it's gone now. Yeah, because the other question is, it's like, when it comes to, like, my personality and who I am, I don't really want to change who I am to gain viewerships, because then it's not truly who I am, and now I'm just a different person, and you know what I mean? That's not what I'm after. I want people to watch because they want to watch me, which obviously I'm not getting any viewers or anybody to watch me because, well, the answer is simple. Nobody wants to watch me. You know, I'm not pulling anyone in. I only need one cobweb, but I am going to go collecting more just to get the more there. So it's kind of interesting. to say the least, of, like, you know, I don't really know what to do, how to improve what's already there. And then, I mean, I don't know what more I can really do. I honestly think it really is just up to that one guy to be interested and to just click on the stream, stick around, and talk. That's really all I need is one person to always come back, stick around, and talk. Just literally, just, you know, he comes every day, or she, it doesn't actually matter. Just somebody to come and to talk with me and to have a conversation and to help, you know, essentially it helps me, you know, keep the stream interesting, because now there's that interaction. And I mean, and almost like now there's what people are looking for in a live stream, is the viewer interaction. And it's not that I don't interact with my viewer. I have a lot of things that viewers can do, a lot of viewer rewards that you can use, and all of these things. And, you know, you want to do something funny, you know, I got channel point redemptions that do what bit redemptions do. But let's say you're saving up your bit or your channel points because you want a, you know, you want to buy Standify, the 1,000-point redemption, because, you know, you want to become an armor stand in the world, because, you know, kind of cool. Aw, he jumped over it. Alright, stand up time. Maybe I could try to kill the fly while I'm up, but I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went, guys. Oh, it went behind the window. Yeah. I don't know where it went, guys. Well, that's it. That's that. So it's kind of interesting how, like, I was gaining a lot of viewership and kind of that interactivity. With live streaming for a while. Honestly, I don't really care. I want the coins. I was kind of gaining that with the live streaming, right? And then that kind of started falling off, and now I'm gaining a lot of viewership on YouTube and YouTube videos. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I should actually switch gears to do more YouTube-focused content. That scared me. I didn't know what it was. It was just a big red blob that appeared in front of me, and it was just a bat dying. So, like, you know, I should maybe focus more on that. But obviously a lot of, like, the shorts that are mainly the ones that are popping off and doing well. Wow, that was crazy, dude. A cave spider spawner next to a regular spawner. Yeah, none of this really matters. The spider eyes I'll actually keep, because I need weakness potions. Spider eyes I'll keep. I'm coming to you, don't worry, I'm coming to you. Yeah, so, like, I'm kind of at a loss. I don't really know what to do. And then, of course, I got, you know, I made sure the channel is focused on God. Now, that's something I won't change. Doesn't matter. You know, I could get 0 viewers. That's fine with me. But the channel stays focused, and its purpose is to glorify God. You know, the channel's the motto, kind of the motto of my channel. And, like, if I ever, you know, I've talked about Servants of the King kind of being a company. I think the motto of that company should be to do good. And the reason for that, which actually, now that I say it out loud, maybe not, I don't know. To do good kind of sounds interesting. I wanted it to sound interesting because I wanted it to be playing on when God created everything. He said it was good, right? when he made the world and he made everything, he said, it is good. You know, and it was good, right? And so the concept behind the motto being to do good is to try to, you know, essentially being held to that same standard, that our work of life should also be held to the standard of good. And I honestly want to live life like that, that, you know, the standard should be held to be good. And so the goal of Servants of the King, the motto is to do good. But it kind of sounds a little bit like to do good instead of doing wrong, which isn't really what I'm after. I think I have enough cobwebs. I can head out if I can find my way out, is the good question. But I found more cobwebs. Yeah. I don't know. Because the other, like, the original kind of motto was to glorify God in all that we do. You know, taking it from the verse in 2 Corinthians, which is that exact concept of glorifying God in all that you do. I can't remember the exact wording of the verse, but it, you know, it's whether we eat or drink, let us do it to glorify God. So it goes something like that. So, like, the concept is, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You know, we're always thinking, you know, what thing can we do to try to bring glory to God the best way, you know what I mean? Essentially trying to, like, statistically find what the most strategic way to glorify God is, when in reality, it's as simple as just existing. Just glorify him, essentially, is kind of the message there. It's just glorify him. Don't worry about the how or anything like that. Obviously, you don't want to do anything that's going to do the opposite of bringing glory to God. That's a no-brainer. So you want to do good. So there we have good coming back in action. Right? You want to do good. And so it's like, okay, we'll glorify God. Oh, I had gravel here that I could use. It's nighttime. So it's like, you know, do anything. And so it's kind of things like this. Like, you know, you can't glorify God while live streaming because it's not biblical. It's not doing something directly aligning with, you know, it's not like the only way you can glorify, you know, it's meant to get rid of, like, the concept of there being a specific set of ways that you can glorify God, when in reality, what Paul is putting on the table is, like, you can literally eat and be glorifying God while you eat. Like, it doesn't matter, because the whole act of glorification is you're just giving him the glory. You know, when somebody says, man, this is, you know, let's say somebody says, this is a cool world. Yeah, thanks to God. You know what I mean? It's a cool world because God is awesome, you know? And he's allowed me to be able to be here and to do this. And, you know, he's given me the creative ability to think like this. You know what I mean? Without his interaction, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't be as famous as I am right now, even though it's not very much. But, you know, having a video that's 10,000 views is quite a big deal, especially for me, when that is the most viewed video I've ever had. So you know, I'm a little stoked about that, really. I need to get some carrots, because I only have what's in my hand right now. So, like, I'm a little bit stoked about the fact that I literally have a video that has 10,000 views. That's way more than every single video that I've ever uploaded, all the live streams combined. Not all the shorts, because I have a short that's 7.5 thousand views, and I have a short that's, how viewed is it? It's 2.9 thousand views, right? Like, those are pretty big, and then all of a sudden I get this friggin' 700 viewed short. Like, what? That is more than I ever anticipated something like a YouTube short to get. You know what I mean? I basically uploaded my YouTube short and said, let's just go ahead and upload shorts to YouTube and see how well they do. And immediately I got like 60 views overnight, and I was like freaking out about that, because I'm like, in one night I already have 60 views, and I didn't even believe it. And then you tell me, and then it got all the way up to 400 views, and I was like, whoa. And then all of a sudden I get this one that gets up to the thousands and goes all the way to 2.9 thousand and kind of caps off there. I'm like, that's crazy. And then I upload some more, then they get to the 400, still incredibly surprising me. I'm now up to 120 subscribers on YouTube, and 169, I think, was the last one, followers on Twitch, which is crazy. I think I've gotten so much fame in quotation marks in such a quick period of time that I haven't even had time to process it. I remember making my, I want to make sure I have everything, my 50 subscriber special on YouTube. I remember making that because, well, it was the biggest amount, and I got there so slowly that it was a huge milestone. And now I've passed 100 subscribers so quickly. I haven't even really had time to fully register and appreciate that. And so on my next episode of A Little Bit Extra, I'm just gonna take some time to be like, thank you. I never imagined to get to this point, to, you know, like, because I got these shorts to 400 views, and my channel was, instead of getting 3 views per video, I was getting 30 views per video, and some of my lowest viewed videos are at 15, which I know these numbers are tiny, but they're still incredible compared to what I used to be having. I am going the right direction, correct? Yes, I am. So it's just like crazy, and it's just happened so fast. I haven't had time to realize that, you know, getting 7.5 thousand views on a short and 10,000 views on a short is really crazy. It just kind of happened. I was like, oh, we're already there. We've already hit such huge milestones, and I haven't even had time to react to the last one I just hit. So it's crazy. It's crazy, to say the least. Yeah. Let's build. Okay, so we need a place for the center of the farm. Which he's using... You know what I didn't bring with me? Or blocks. Here, let me grab some blocks real quick. So yeah, to say the least, so much has happened, and it's crazy, and it's like, it feels like I'm growing. Like, I can see that I'm growing, but it doesn't feel like I'm growing. That's what I meant to say. I can see the growth, but I can't feel the growth. I very clearly see that, like, YouTube popping off, getting a lot of stuff for YouTube, and not really having the time to properly register that I am. You know what? This lodestone will actually be the center of the farm, I think. So I haven't had enough time to properly register the fact that I have grown on YouTube. And then, you know, the other day during my Phasmo stream, I had a guy coming in and tell me that he really liked my videos. And I was like, that's crazy. You know, so that was really awesome to see that, like, people are really enjoying the videos. You know, it's stuff I'm not used to hearing. I'm just used to mainly the silence, right? And so we need to be facing south, which is this way, yes. Okay, so we need to go 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need some of this in my inventory. And I need some of this in my inventory. In fact, I need to do some of this, because I'm going to pick these up. I'm going to pick these all up. Have it in my inventory, so it's always there. Okay. Now place scaffolding to your desired height. Minimum of 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just work with that because this is the tallest point of this whole area, so we don't really need to worry about height, so minimum is good. Though it did say the desired height, I'm going to go up 2 more, just in case. Just in case, just to give that extra leverage, you know? And up the pillar. Cool beans, cool beans. Okay, he's facing this way. Okay, so 2 blocks to the right. And then 4 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then go 6 blocks away from center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need the bottom. We need bottom. We are gonna have more resources on everything. Okay, yep, he wants it on all. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 beep, bop, beep, 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 bop. Now from the center. Okay, so he is near this. Yep, he is near that. Oh, that's smart. You can go all the way to the edge and then get all the way up to the top. Except that he didn't place the block like that. He placed it up there. Okay, 3 by 3 area. Okay, going over the center. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. And then this is, in fact, covering the center, which is what we want. That is correct. Very nice. We're already in the right direction. I like it when tutorial videos give you updates and are like, this is what you should be seeing right now. And I'm like, that is what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? It's such an accomplishment because you're like, I am building it right. And I'm pretty sure he did this. I kind of watched through this a little bit beforehand to see kind of what it was. And I'm like, that's fine. Okay, kind of interesting. But he did double. And then, I don't know, refilled this up. Kind of interesting. Don't know if that changes anything than a normal block. Oh, but. That. He has it like that. Place a top trapdoor on the thingy. Let me grab the trapdoors. He specifically has the trapdoor facing in this way. I don't know if that matters, but... Oh, no, it does. Place the trapdoor on the south side. See, it does matter. Okay. We have it on the south side. Keep it open, though. And then we need a lever. The lever. Right there, so that way that is doing that. And smnug. Alright, so we need to put a ton of these guys. I think he's just gonna put all of them in there. Right? You could put a number from 1 to 23. In general, the more the higher, but growth is not linear. Yeah, so the golems don't really matter that much, but we're gonna put the 10 that he gave us. Having more does improve the rates, but that's only if you're not going to... There's a specific spot you can stand in that'll have the shulkers target you, which improves the rates considerably. We don't care about that, because we're going to do the player version, not the AFK version, so we'll just worry about it like that. And then we want to close the trap door. Hey, I'm not ready. I ain't ready. Close the trap door. Okay, so now we're back to hither with the blocks of choice, which are endstone, because I didn't bring any others, because he didn't say to. Okay. He goes so fast. Make sure I'm pressing the right button. Okay. We obviously have more hoppers than we need. Is this collection area? This might be a collection area. I don't know. Oh. Throw those back in there for a minute. Oh, I need to get up there, bro. I need to get up here. Okay, so he's doing that. And then place shrab. Oh. Place this time top stair. I do still have the stairs up here. Bonk. Okay, so top stairs on all of these. I don't know if he wraps around the whole thing or how that's gonna work. Hermes, though. Hermes. He does do it like this. No, he does not do it like that. He does it like that. Okay, and then we want to do this, and they said 2 rows, so we're going to do this and that. Okay, so then he does on the north side, so he did this, and he said this, but he said this one was temporary. And then we want to do a slab over top of this. Oh, okay, that's why he did this. This whole thing is made of stairs, and we need to put water in this chamber. But because of the stairs, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but he doesn't want the stair there, so we do a little bit of that action. And I'm going to put the bucket away just to free up some space. Okay. We need to go to the south side, which we are currently facing. And we need some more of this. Place 3 more scaffolding on the south end. So you can break that. 2, 3. And then we gotta place a door at the top. That's... yeah. Do I gotta figure out what position? Okay. Whoop. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Cool. It's a door. Alright, guys, this is a shulker farm. And then 2 slabs toward the farm. Okay, right now he has the door open. He did not specify that the door direction matters in any way, so I don't think it does. Interesting that he's using stair blocks to mostly be the deterrent. Okay, this is all the stairs we have, so we'll not need to use stairs for a while. Oh, you know what? I actually think I know what this is. This is actually where the player stands. The player is going to stand right here. Why am I grabbing this out? Oh, Mr. Big Fly is back for business. That's what you try to drive. I don't know where he went. Good news, he didn't go into my Coke. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared taking that sip, but we're good. And then we want cabbage, but not cabbage. Whoa, bro. Bro, I don't have the fancy ability to cut to a certain location, dude. You gotta warn me when you move. Speaking of which, I need to get up there, dude. Which is not as easy as you think. Hey. Bro, get away from my Coke, okay? Dude. The frick did he go? Oh, he's on my monitor right now. Dang it. He moved before I was ready. He was right on my monitor. It was perfect. I was going to get ready and then smack him. And then I moved a little bit, obviously. Okay. Okay, so 2 more of these guys. Over here. To the right of this. Which is based on that positioning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And turn and place 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Until you complete the loop. Oh. So I need to go out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bro. Oh, he's back. He's back for round 2. Ah! He was right there, but I hesitated. Now that it's gotten dark in my room, he's landing on my monitor. So he's getting more predictable. Okay, double check that it looks like this. Yes. Fill in the square with the scaffold. How high up? Oh, right, literally right on top of this. Okay. Ah, I hit him. I clapped, but I hit him with my left hand, the fingers, not where the clap was. he did not cover up the water. Bro, chill, bro. Just go. Ah. He is eluding me. Alright, I believe he left the water. Wait. Oh boy. So leave the top stair, which is this one, open. Do that. This is how it should look. And then he did a little bit of this section. Okay, now we gotta go 3 blocks out on all sides. Wait, 3 blocks out. I was right. I was right the first time. We should make sure we're doing the inside one. Right, so this has the similar mechanics to the basic part of the Shulker farm, which is they think they can teleport there, but really they can't. And so that is the mechanics of the farm. Repeat, please. Okay, once I get this part of the scaffolding done, I will heed that call. I don't know where the fly went. Oh yeah, my legs are tired. All I've been doing is sitting down. Whew. It's Sunday tomorrow. Bit unfortunate. I want to go rock climbing. Can't go rock climbing until Monday. But good news, got church on Sunday. So that's fun. Though, I'm not a huge fan of the style of church because I'm a very interactive person. So I like the discussion-based kind of thing. I love Bible studies where you can discuss with all the other people. But sometimes, just sitting down, listening to one dude speak for 30 to 45 minutes, be a little taxing. Though there are really good speakers in the church I attend has some really good speakers that are actually pretty fun to listen to, that it's actually a little bit more enjoyable to do. The last church I was going to wasn't that way, and the speakers were a little bit more on the boring side. There was one really good one, and then the others were, it kind of kept getting worse and worse, where they just weren't very interactive, very monotoned, preacher style, just kind of laying the message on you rather than the more interactive or I like it when they add a little motion to it as well. It makes it more immersive in a way. So that's just me. Still would recommend going to church though. Very important. Okay, so we need to grab that trapdoor. I believe this is actually all the trapdoors we will be using. Trapdoor. No. Okay. So, because it only had 2 trapdoors in the design, I think I'm going to need these blocks and that. That's what he has in his inventory right now. A little bit of this. And then we want to put a piston in there. Okay. Very interesting. So you gotta go dunk, 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 dunk. Oops. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Nope. Dunk. Alright, and if you're facing this, it should be on the left side. Yeah, I believe so. Okay. However, I missed where you started that. So, yeah, if you're facing it this way. Alright, on the piston. Okay, and then we're just... Now we just cover up the whole thing, except for that one spot. Which I believe is the Shulker refilling area, which I think might also be where we want our Shulker to end up, possibly. The way he explained it in the video, that was kind of like a refill situation in case the Shulkers die. We have it refilling there. Because I think what it does is it crams them all in. They all start taking damage. And they respawn new Shulkers into this area. And that... what that allows is, you know, it'll keep spawning more Shulkers. And they're also trying to shoot the snow golems or the player, which is also causing more stuff. I really don't know. I don't really need to know. I just need it to work. If this design doesn't work, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'll probably just wait for 1.21 to come out and wait for a Shulker farm for that version to release so that we'll be fine. I really don't want to go end busting. Yeah, because trying this over and over again is going to be slightly annoying. But it could be more than slight. Shulkers are annoying creatures to work with because they're constantly shooting at you. And then the levitation is just like, well, when you start levitating, you can't work with them anymore on the ground. I hate it when that happens. My brain doesn't sometimes register fast enough because it's like, I placed block, so there should be block there now, and then obviously I misplaced block, and then I fall. Because I was like, wait, but block was supposed to be there. It was not. So it said, go to a corner, go 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th. 1, 2, 3. And it said count 4 blocks and add another slab on the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And then I'm pretty sure it's just to build up the scaffolding and everything again. The only place is don't put it in the middle. Alright, we need more scaffolding. So I'm going to empty this and put Shulker box back in there. And then we'll need more stone slabs. I'm placing this down so I can clear my inventory of scaffolding a little bit so I can fit everything else in, right? That's what I'm doing right now. So I want to be able to pick this up, put this in there, and then pick this up. That way I'm not filling my inventory up with Alright, so... Oops, that doesn't go there. We just need that block to not be full. And done. Cool. Yeah, we're always gonna need this block to be open. I'm like pretty sure. And once again, we're going to want to leave a 1 block gap. I'm gonna need to use the bathroom pretty soon, so I think actually, probably when the next alarm goes off, I'll just use the bathroom then. Yeah, because that'll be 30-ish minutes to say. I think the 30 minutes is a decent amount of time in between. Welcome into Null and straight to lurk mode, but that's okay. I don't know how much vaulting you got up to. Also, if you're wondering why there's a random boat with a panda in it, that would be my boat, aka my panda as well. So yeah. I wanted to do a 1-chunk base design for my Vault Hunter's base, but since we're doing a more collaborative base, I don't know if that's really going to work out. And we're going to go on a floating island, which also makes it harder, because that means all of the space that would be hidden in the ground can now be visible because of the way that it's set up. So I don't know if I'm actually going to stick with that. Though I think it would actually kind of look cool if the outer exterior of the chunk was actually like a giant skyscraper. You know what I mean? I think that could look really cool if there's like a giant skyscraper that's coming down below the earth, and then it continues above the earth, and it's almost like a repeating pattern. So the top of the thing looks like the bottom, as if it's falling into the same parallel kind of hole or something like that, like a wormhole or something. I don't know. That 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a really cool idea, and that is totally going to be what I'm going to do, because I'm pretty sure there's 1 block going to be in here. Yes. 1 block right there. No, not dropping. I'm pretty sure this farm uses less scaffolding, so we shouldn't run out of scaffolding this time. Theoretically. And then there's slightly less slab. Actually, yeah, there's slightly less slabs. I thought there was more for a second. I was like, wait, nope, it's less. Yeah, I think the skyscraper thing will actually I think that'll also look really funky in a really good way. Like you'll come up to the base and there'll just be this skyscraper that's falling out of the sky. You know what I mean? Like you go up to the thing and there's just this giant skyscraper that's popping out of the bottom, but then there's also the same skyscraper there, and I'll probably use some shading, kind of texturing or something like that to try to make it look better when it's under the earth, you know, under the giant bit of land that we got. And then it'll all be fitting within a 16 by 16 area of the chunk. And I think that'll be really cool. And it'll force us to have to work on... okay, we have to stand on the double slab. Which is this guy. Okay. Oh, I think I'm making just one of these. Oh, wait, no, I can't be. Whoops. And then we want to put a shrub next to the dropper. Need hopper. Okay. And then he said in a U shape, going this way. And he is on this side. Okay. And then we want the rest to be bottom slabs. Which, honestly, it is much easier to try to fill this whole thing in bottom slabs when you're on the ground like this than trying to do it from the top down. Because when you do it from the top down, it's really easy to mess it up. Which isn't super great. Whoa. Yeah, that was crazy. Alright. I'm really looking forward to when my alarm goes off that allows me to... That tells me that I should stand and everything, because I do need to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to go before it. Because then, of course, when I come back, it's going to go off, and then there's not really a point in doing it then, because I already stood up and everything. We'll have another go at trying to kill the fly if it's in range. I don't know. Speaking of the fly, hello. It's very good at dodging. This dang dude is... Don't you dare fly near my ear. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Ah. We can get... Come on, bro. Fly. It's funny because he didn't say do this. But in his video, he has done this. And then now he's right there. And then a fence post. Guys, these are supposed to be fences, not fence gates. That's a little Akko Taco. Okay. Once again, scaffolds, but this time we're leaving that center bit done. I don't know if I'm going, I think I'm going all the way out, but right now he hasn't done that. So for right now, we'll just focus in on this. Oh, nope, yep, he's going the whole way. Ooh. My ring finger's going crazy. Gotta place all these blocks. Okay, I kind of look forward to AFKing at this farm afterwards because I've been playing a little bit more Smash, and I've been playing a little bit more Terry recently, and I'm getting in. I've re-remembering everything. Oh, this goes like that. It's just a 3x3 like that. Okay, we need to place a fence. This side and that side. And then fences like this. Okay. Now we get into the weird stuff. We need to row this into the corner. We need to do this twice. Okay, so this is where the weird mechanics come in. Now, he did explain how this works. Basically, the boats will pick up the shulkers when they get teleported. And then, but we're going to fill water in somewhere, which will actually eject the shulker, which will put it where we need him to be. Okay, we need to do some shrabbage. It's actually kind of cool that the way this works. You know, no armor stance, nothing like that. Waterlog the middle fence. Okay, now we need to do that. 2x5. Okay, and then we need the walls. And he's... I think he did it over one. Surround the middle with walls, leaving the scaffold next to the boats free. Hold on, let me see if he goes straight. He does. Okay, he does. So he goes right here, at least to there, and then this is like this. Does he go all the way around? He does. There's a little bit of this action. Oh, I almost grabbed it with one hand. It smacked my thumb. Got him! And threw him in the trash. Sorry, I was not paying attention to what you were doing at all. With my pinky, too. Barely didn't get him, but I got him. Alright, so now we need to build up to... Oh, specifically... Gonna get the corners here. Aw, bruh. We need to specifically get this. Slab off the lower wall. Okay. Slabbed. Alright, so now we want to go to all of these. Place one above. Nope. Do a little bit of this action. Coolio Beanio. And then finally, shrubs. Whoa! Hey, bro. Don't do that to me, bro. Creepy end noises. I don't know. This is the final layer of shrabbage, or the bottom. It's interesting he says the bottom layer, when in reality this is the top of the farm-ish, kind of. So it's not exactly the bottom, but, you know, it kind of gets that job done. And then I'm going to wrap around here, because I'm going to use the last little bit of scaffolding there to get up. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit easier. But I need more shrabbage. Just a little bit more shrabbage. So we're going to leave that. So we can get up. Beautiful. Make sure before putting the shulker, exactly with these, should be able to see the double slab ahead of you. Okay, we got to go to a little AFK spot. How'd you get in here so easily? Yes. That should be the double slab up ahead. Check. Across the... Okay. This is it, actually. The only thing I need to do... Uh-oh. The clock's not working. Why is the clock not working? Let me go back to when he built it. Oop, that's a little too far. I just saw it. Okay. Puts that over there. 1, 2, 3. So, okay. So it's here. This actually goes like this, and then this goes like this. Yeah, that. That's supposed to happen. Now we gotta go all the way back. And we have ads for Tylenol. Maybe I shouldn't stand near that. That's okay, I already have the shulker. I just need to know. On its near the, okay, yep, it's the same concept where we just got to get them near the thing. There is our timer. I need to use the bathroom, so I will be right back. So the process is the same as the first time. I'm going to go ahead and put everything in my inventory away, because we don't need it anymore. Alright, actually, I lied. Actually, why don't I be smart? Shulkers can't teleport to the side of scaffolding because it's not a full block, if I'm not mistaken. Another thing I'm going to do, I am going to do a little bit of this action. So we're going to, the shulker's in here on a powered rail. Oh, this is going to be slightly challenging. This should definitely be close enough to the farm in order for this to work. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, because the reason it's built out of scaffolding is because the shulkers can't teleport to the sides of scaffolding. That's why it's made of the stuff. So it'd be kind of stupid if it could teleport to that. So we need one activator rail, a lever, I'm going to need one more piece of scaffolding for that part. I do have the rails for this. I lied. I am going to need more. Button. Actually, better idea. We don't need the button if I do this. I just need to break that block and put a thingy there. And it'll speed up. That should be enough powered rails. There's a redstone torch there. It should not be able to go. Should not be able to teleport there. Alright, we gotta put a whole pillar here just so we can get power to this one block. Just for it to float anyways. Okay. This should do it. Shulker should not be able to teleport to any of them blocks at all. That I hope. I have this 10 blocks off the ground, so it should be tall enough. And I would assume it would prioritize this block over these down here, is my hope. He's got it to the bottom of his farm, and he's got even higher terrain near the rail. So based on that, I'm going to assume we'll be fine. But what I can do is get... That is not what I can do. That is the exact opposite of what I was trying to do. Oh my gosh, I just almost had a heart attack there because I was like, bro literally teleported on top of the lever for a split second there. Y'all saw that. Bro teleported to the top of that lever. And now we can just break the scaffolding and get rid of everything. I'm not crazy. I did see that. Bro just like, it's like, lever. And I'm like, what? I am clipping that. Alright, Shulker Farm should now be functional. The question is, does it work? It should, based on everything else. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is flick the lever. And that should be everything. That lever is our on-off switch. It teleported down here. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna leave this on top of the lodestone just to prevent any funny business. That sounds like it's working. Alright, let's watch this to see. Alright, let's Hi, buddy. Oh. Yep, this is exactly where we want him. We want them all to be on here. And then they'll suffocate. They'll suffocate. Sweet, we have a working shulker farm, guys. We have a working shulker farm. Hey, yo, what's going on here? Okay. Whew. Yep, and then eventually they'll all pile up in these spots right here and start suffocating. I thought I could try and boost the farm by possibly getting wither roses in there. But it doesn't look like that's going to be possible. So we don't need the tutorial anymore. It's working farm. It is a working farm. And they're already dying from suffocation. There's already enough in there to die from suffocation. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and turn off the volume. And try our hardest to get an AFK stream set up. Okay. Moment of truth, guys. I kind of want to get the shulkers dying in there. But I also want the teleportation, the teleporting party. We'll do this. This works. I'm going to press the AFK button because I believe I have to go to the AFK screen first, then I can set everything else up. Yep, needs to pop up there. Then we can do that. Get rid of JSON file. I don't care that you can see everything. We now AFK. And y'all get the beautiful echo. We could try getting rid of this by going to that, clicking that button, and there we go. We now AFK. We now AFK at the shulker farm. We now AFK at the shulker farm. The working shulker farm. Gotta see here. Yeah, so this farm had to be built facing south because boats eject to the north. I had to turn off the music, my music that was playing on Spotify because Smashy Bros has its own music, so there's no need for other music. Alright, as I said, I've been doing amazing with Terry. So let's see if we still got that in us, the good Terry stuff. I don't know, Terry's bringing me back. I might swap between Terry and Incineroar for main, and then every once in a while I'll go back to DDD. There we go. 0 to death. Oh, I jumped right into that. Get down here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sora AI does not know. So, like most of the fighting game characters in Smash, Terry has... Whoa, that was not what was supposed to happen there. Like most of the fighting game characters, they have command inputs, which are stronger versions. Oof, that was terrible timing on my part. That was horrible timing on my part. I just ran right into that. It's a second time. I was poorly spaced there. There we go. That's gonna do it. Good. Yeah, so Shulker boxes are now going to be a viable... Zero Suit Samus. Who the freaking cares about Zero Suit Samus?
3, 2, 1, go!
I want to play as Zero Suit. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, I'll play Zero Suit Samus. We gotta. We beat a character, we gotta play the character next, okay? I like the gray suit best. Because I like the color gray. Just so you know. My favorite color. I don't like Zero Suit Samus, though. She's a weird character.
3, 2, 1, go!
Forgot it's a suicide downer. That's my bad. Oh, I got the spike, and then literally she was 2 feet from the ledge and decided, yeah, it doesn't exist there. Oh, bad nair, bad nair. Man, she's just such a bad character. Oh my gosh. Get over here. I like had that placed perfectly. Bonk. Yeah, I don't like Zero Suit Samus. Joking on my own spit. Alright, let's not play her ever again. Just saying. It's not a good time.
Start battle.
Let's play actually fun characters, like Hero. Ugh. Against the worst character to play against. Freaking Ice Climbers.
One, go!
Don't know why the second one didn't. That's unfortunate for them. That's a good kamikaze right there. Goodbye. Bow, chicka wow wow. That was beautiful. That felt good. Yeah, a lot of my hero gameplay is just spamming his down B. I'm not gonna deny that. I don't play him wisely. I play him because it's fun to RNG. Let's play a well-rounded character.
Three, two, one, go!
What was that? Was that? Ooh. Whoa, I went so far down, even though I jumped so high up. Yo, what a cheater character right there. Oh my gosh, you and your friggin' cheater move right there. Oh. That music was horrible. I think the wolf howl came from that. Because I don't see that I got anything else. And the only thing that I could imagine that would not come up in an alert would be the donation, but I don't have a sound tuned to that, so... I think my sub is the howl. Maybe donations is a howl. I don't know. I can't remember. I know my raid is a Buster Call from One Piece. I just discarded Kazuya, and it didn't work. But a tipper does. Woohoo! You and your super armor. Wow, chicka wow wow. Wow, you're popping off with Marth right there.
I live to fight again.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's right. My Marth kind of goes, ooh, Little Mac. I don't play Little Mac that often, but it's kind of interesting because you can throw smash attacks out with him and it actually is viable.
2, 1, go!
Wow, this guy's crazy. Ooh, that sucks to be you to get hit by a tipper right next to the edge there. I saw the tipper. So for those of you who don't know, Marth, his like special thing is right at the tip of his sword does extra knockback and damage. So hitting a tipper is that very nice thing. It's a thing related to spacing, which I'm not. Can you stop doing that? Like trying to press play and it's picking up the token to change characters. I'm like, no.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, so Little Mac. I need to stop doing Oh, I keep getting grabbed. Oh. Yeah, basically punch. Wow, that was terrible. Oh, the super armor. Oh, I did not time that right. You know what I just realized? I could probably run into Piranha Plant's poison and use a counter. Okay. That was not the right button, but... Yeah! Dude! Imagine getting edge guarded by Little Mac! Yo! I might clip that! Okay. Once again, for those of you who don't know, Little Mac has an absolutely atrocious recovery. It's really bad. So it's really hard for him to get back on stage. So he's not one to jump off stage at all. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure that move that I just used is used for recovery. If I missed, I would have died and lost the stock, and it would have been a little annoying. Piranha Plant could have easily survived that. But I didn't miss, and so it was a beautiful little edge guard right there that I might actually clip that, because that was beautiful. That was nice.
3, 2, 1, go!
Whew. I totally free right there, but I knew you were gonna have to come down at some point. Free damage right there? Oh, you had jump, so that's... Oh, I was not trying to do a smash attack there. Woohoo! The nice thing about Terry's oh, I jumped right into that and it didn't move. Tried to shield it, it didn't go in time. That's very sad. I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to do a jab, jab, Buster Wolf, and it somehow inputted a smash attack. Even though I did the first step of jab, it then inputted the rest into that. That was kind of annoying. I was getting zoned by Samus there. Just kept charging it up while throwing me off stage. Let's do some Bowser action, actually. Why not? Throw some Bowser into the mix. I think once it's 10 o'clock, it'll have been 30-ish minutes. So we'll check up on the farm, see how well it's doing. How did that not hit ya? That does hit ya. I'm doing short hops, and I'm not trying to. Get over here. I dare ya. That's not gonna land. Bruh. I can't get this grab. There you go. Ooh. Nobody? Seriously? That should be sad. Okay, who should we do next? Let's, I kinda wanna do some King K. Rool action. I think that could be kinda fun. King K. Rool. Oh, that's sad. I wanted to get the back air thingy, but that's not gonna work with this chump. Back. I always forget this guy has. Yeah, the only issue with AI is that it knows exactly when you're gonna do something. Oh, how do you not? Hey, yo. Surprise stack. Oh. Oh, I got it. Spiked him on the stage. All right, we'll check our progress after this. Isabel. Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I'm not going to be live tomorrow, just as an FYI. Father's Day. I'm going to be spending my time with my father. Literally, I heard the ting. There we go. I am going to play around as Isabel, and then we'll check, because I realized I just got Isabel, so we'll do that. I think it's second one? Yeah. Oh, what? I wasn't even pressing the grab button and it grabbed. I don't understand why that happens. Ooh! 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 Oh, nasty. And I did choose the right skin, by the way. I was going for the gray. That was nice. Very, very nice. Cool. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and badonkus that, badonkus this. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh. Whoops, that's my bad. I can remove that block, can't I? Woo! Let's turn the farm off while we're away. The farm doesn't need to be on when we're not here. Sheesh! Look at all of them. That's literally three stacks and 54 shulker boxes that we now have. That's crazy, dude. We're loaded on shulkers, bruh. Literally loaded. Alright, well, that's good news. As I said, we will be picking up on Monday for the next stream. No stream tomorrow. I'm going to spend time with my dad and... we can go ahead and do a little bit of this section. I'm going to be spending some time with my dad, and then I'm going to also take that time to do some more on Vault Hunters off camera. And, yeah. It's funny because I just got myself moved over. I just, we don't want ice spikes. We want prairie home. Prairie home, I feel like should be first. I'm gonna, yeah, and then I'm gonna also take the time to record some more for a little bit extra. Because I do want to get that episode out. I probably won't come out on Tuesday like the last one did. There is no set schedule for a little bit extra episodes, just because I don't know how long each one of them is going to take. I'm almost done with this one, but there's like a couple extra things I want to do before I completely call it close on the episode. I got like a lot done, but didn't get a lot of footage for the amount of work that I've done, because not a lot of it was stuff I should be recording. And I don't want to go too crazy, because if I start doing a little bit more, then episode 4 is going to be pretty interesting in not a good way. Interesting when I don't want it to be. So I'm saving some stuff to do on episode 4. Like I have, basically I'm like, here's what I want to do for episode 3. And we'll see how long it takes to actually get all of those things done. I don't think I have an open thing. And not one of these is open currently for me to use. Bees, we'll scooch the bees out. We'll put the bees down here. How about that? Well, bees, I say, when reality is there's not that many. It's like, first of all, not quite enough. Can do that. Beautiful, beautiful. See, that's really sad as well, because in the end, we never needed wither roses. Because we ended up making everything without wither roses. That there ended up being not a need. Which kind of makes me a little sad and a little mad at the same time, because it's like, I spent so long, so much pain, trying to get the wither rose farm up and running, just in the end to never use the resources required for that. I have a lot of stuff, so I guess all these buttons can go in here since it's stone material. Oh boy, let's try to put this in organizational order. Also, I keep forgetting about the Shulker mod that I want to add, but you know what? We're going to keep forgetting about it for a little longer, because convenience. No, where did these? Yeah, all of those go there. So now, if we ever start running out of storage space in one of these, I can actually, like, for example, I guess one of the things I should probably do is add all of the chests that we got in here. So I want one shulker box right now. We can take all this stone, and we can take 3 more stacks, fill it up, and now we can store items like this. Now we have a lot more space than what it originally looks like, which is really nice. Because, like, stuff like all of this grass, we don't really need all that space. And because of how successful the 30-minute AFK session was at the Shulker farm, I don't think it's really necessary to schedule an AFK stream for Shulker shells, because we've got so much that I think we're chilling in that category. I don't think there's anything else that I need. Maybe leaves. But then again, I don't know if I'm going to expand the amount of leaves that I already got more than what they already are, you know? And things like bone meal we can turn into bone blocks. But yeah, I think that's really it. Right, we didn't really need shulker boxes that badly. It was just the concept of requiring shulker boxes in the future. Like, we were getting close to being full on storage. Now we can live comfortably in this kind of area without having to worry about that being an issue. I do want to check the iron farm just in case. I don't really think it's going to be that crazy, but I haven't checked it in a hot minute, and I'd like to. So I'm going to head on down and do that. Yeah. Go ahead and check it. It feels so silent without the music in the background because, of course, the Smash Bros. Music. Oh, yeah, we're chilling in terms of iron. Another half a stack there. Doing fine on bone meal. I do want to fill up all these barrels eventually. I think that'd be cool, but yeah, we're gonna pretty much tear this whole system out. At least what we have here. We'll probably keep what's going on right here going. Actually, I might make it more advanced by putting a bone, like crafting these into bone blocks, and then of course automatically crafting the chests in, or not the chests, the stuff into iron blocks already for us, so we don't have to do it ourselves. And maybe I even want to go a little bit crazier on the iron farm. I don't know if I want to do it with this one because it's not ridiculously fast or good, but you know, thinking about, you know, what if I just went a little overboard and I made it so that we would make a lot of iron type items like iron bars, chains. We don't really need to keep the nuggets, but the nuggets would be crafted for things like chains, iron trapdoors, pressure plates, doors, and all the iron things that we would ever need. And then we could just go down there and grab whatever it is that we need because we're always producing iron. And then, of course, iron blocks for any other iron items that we need. Now, I'm not crazy enough to build an entire thing. Why did I come down here? I was just walking around and thinking, man. I don't really need a crazy iron conglomerate kind of, like, I don't need super factory or anything crazy like that. There's no need for that. So don't worry, that's not anywhere in the future. The most I'm gonna do is the recall system for when we get our like main storage. I want to do a recall system. So that way it's easier to call up items and say, I want a shulker box of this stuff and that kind of thing. Alright, this looks like it's a relatively simple, straight to the point. Remember. If I spell it correctly. Okay. This is actually a really interesting one because it implies, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. It almost kind of implies that the Sabbath day is meant to be this whole thing, and then going back to like, you have to do this on the Sabbath day, etc., etc. When in reality, the Sabbath day was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So the concept of it to keep it holy could get misconstrued to be man for, or the Sabbath, no, yeah, man for the Sabbath and not Sabbath for the man, which is what it is. Yes, it should be holy. We should keep it holy. But it being holy doesn't mean it's like a strict set of rules on what you can and cannot do on the Sabbath day, which is something that Jesus got rid of when, you know, he got crucified. He got rid of that part of the law where you couldn't eat on the Sabbath. You had to do this, so you did that. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, there's no need for that anymore. Yes, it's important to keep it holy in the sense of keeping it set apart. It's different from every other day. You know, you don't want it to be not there, but you want it to be different than every other day. As I said, it's that day of rest, that time to just take a step back from everything and just relax, do whatever it is that you enjoy the most. And literally, like if you're a student, have that day to be a day where you don't do any homework. You literally take that day, do no homework. If you have a job, it's that day you don't do anything related to the job. Now, if you're working during the weekdays, then probably your Sunday will be your thing. But let's say you're at home, you want to do yard work and all that kind of stuff because you have your 9 to 5. Take that day to not do that thing. And you'd be surprised, but you'll probably complete the task at hand quicker with a day of rest than not taking the day of rest. And I don't mean like, because I don't know if it will be, but there's been things. There's actually been, I think there was a time during one of the world wars, I can't remember, where they were making a lot of boats and they were trying to have people work 7 days a week, and they weren't producing that much. So they gave a rest day. It was 6 days a week with 1 day of rest, and they produced twice as many boats as beforehand because they had a day of rest. So it's the same thing like for us. We need that day of rest to just do nothing and to just chillax and all of that. So like for streaming and content creation, or at least streaming, Friday is that day of rest. I don't do YouTube stuff every day, so I kind of get the rest breaks in there. And of course with work, that'll be Thursday. School work will be Saturday. You know what I mean? I have different things that I don't do on certain days. So my Sabbath day is kind of split in a sense, because it's specific things. So I noticed it's not like one day where I don't do anything. It's like this day is specifically not to do this. This day is specifically to take a break from that. And that's how I kind of split it up. But yeah, remember, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So enjoy it. It's meant for your enjoyment. It's meant for your rest. It's meant for your benefit. And yeah, with that, that's going to end today. So let's go ahead and see who is currently live. Let's see who's live to raid today. Okay, we've got Ally, got Crimson again. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do Ally again. I don't know. I don't think she's quite as clean as I thought. I've never raided Kool-Aid before. Can I raid Kool-Aid? I want to raid Kool-Aid. He's never live at this time. I don't think he allows raids, though. Yeah, he doesn't. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's raid. Let's see, what are you doing right now?
Spares?
Doing
I
parkour.
promise I'll worry that in just a second. I'm currently struggling with Parkour World.
Yeah. Something's pushing me away. We're going to raid Crimson again. JJ Realms is live, but he's not playing Minecraft. And I like to raid Minecraft streamers, so.
I've got some nice and going on in this
Alright.
ocean greenhouse that I've
There is the raid mission.
nice accessory.
Isn't there a way to copy the message?
That's right. Got the dumbest.
No, not really. Not easily. Sag. Whoop. Oh, I misspelled. I fat fingered an O in there. Oh, and now that's in my way. Alright, let's go ahead and raid on over. Bop. Alright, that's going to do it for today.